Hey everyone, it's Kelsey and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've done a real actual video. There has been a ton going on. So in today's video, I'm going to kind of do like a life update to see kind of what's been going on for the last few months. If you watched my last video, it was my kids' adoption ceremony. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the love on that video and just kind of wrap up some of my thoughts about it, I guess. It was such a special day, and I haven't really talked about their adoption, actually sitting and talking about it, but it is so nice to have that done and over with, and that we can just spend the rest of our lives loving on them and them being a part of our family, because they already have been for so long anyway. But it's been kind of crazy around here right before their adoption. Part of this is going to be like a health update, I guess, a little bit, because we got some like weird health things going on. But right before their adoption, my husband actually got mono and was like out of work for like almost a month in the month of November. So then it set our schedule off then. And then we had Christmas, their adoption, so our schedules were kind of all over the place. And then my husband got off for 2 weeks because he got paternity leave once the kids were adopted. So he got to spend 2 weeks with us, so our schedule was off again. This last few months has just been a lot of off schedule. After their adoption, he did go back to work after the 2 weeks. And then he wound up having to be out of work for almost 2 months and just went back last week because he hurt his ankle. So we have just kind of been all over the place for the last 2 months and just stressed out to the brim and just trying to figure everything out in life now that we're on this new part of it. This seems like it'd be the most exciting and all that, but it's been a lot going on that's been very stressful, which has been one reason I haven't really filmed anything. It's just we've been stressed out. And now we're back on track, and my husband's back at work, and the kids are back in school, and it's now March. Like, I haven't really sat down and filmed a video in a long time, but now that his health is figured out, I guess I'll talk about my health. His health is great now. He's doing fine and he's back to work. My health, right around the same time that he got sick in November, I found out that I have some weird stuff going on. I went to the doctor because I was having some like major pains that I'd had a couple times before. Winds up that I have like severe acid reflux, which is not that big a deal, but it was really bad then because it had gotten to the point where I was like, had like little ulcers and everything in my esophagus and had to heal from that. So I had all that going on. But then while we were there, I found out I have some issues with my liver going on right now that hopefully lifestyle and switching some things up, which I've been trying, is going to improve. And so hopefully it won't be a big deal. But the thing that is kind of a little bit bigger of a deal right now is that I do have gallstones. And if you've watched my channel any, I have 3 children, and one of them is still in a crib. He's 2, but he's still in a crib. And so right now they're saying that they're not like emergent. It's not emergent that I would need to get it removed because I'm not really having any issues from it, if that makes sense. But it's something that we're definitely keeping an eye on, is my liver and my gallstones. So I'm in the process right now of starting to kind of switch some things around that I eat, and the big thing I've got to do is start adding in more physical activity. I'll be honest and say it's not been the best in the last probably 2 years. I used to be active all the time, but the last 2 years that's not been at the top of my priority list, and my body is for sure recognizing that. So that is the big health stuff. I guess I'll talk about another part of my health that is another reason I've not really been filming, is my mental health, I guess. I'll just talk about that a little bit. I've always dealt with depression my whole life. I feel like through the stresses of everything that's gone on in the last few months, and even honestly leading up to it, I've been struggling for a while, probably back to this past summer. So we're working on trying to figure that out right now, and honestly, yeah, I'm feeling a ton better now than I have been. Something that really like stinks is like, this is the best time. Like, our kids are adopted, like we aren't having to have that extra level of stress in our life and everything, and I should be like the happiest. And it was very weird. It was probably the biggest eye-opening point to everything that's gone on, because once they were adopted and everything kind of settled out, I was like, I think I really need to do something and like talk to someone and get some help. So we're trying to deal with that, and it kind of stinks, but that's an update there with my health. And I guess the biggest update we have, besides health-wise, is foster care. I started this channel to follow us on our journey to our family and follow us through foster care and doing all this. And if you've watched, I've posted multiple videos where I'm like, I can't talk about anything. I can't say anything. Now it's a little different. I can talk about some things, but some things I'm not going to talk about. It's, we only fostered, well, 2 kids. We only had 1 case. And so it's not like I can glean from life experiences from multiple cases to be able to say, oh, I had this experience one time, and you not know what it is, if that makes sense. I still want to film, and I want to get back into it now that, big update, foster care is no longer a part of our life. We have closed our license, and we will not be fostering anymore. If you see me in my real life, then you know that if you ask me, I've said that since probably a year and a half ago. Honestly, the case was very, very hard. It was very long, and I know our house is basically at capacity, and my mental health cannot handle foster care anymore. And that's just that. It can't. I cannot go through that again. It's the best thing I've ever done. Like, would do it over 10,000-fold to get my children and to have my children in my life. But I'm done. The stress, the everyday anxiety, I am someone who always has dealt with anxiety, and the last 3 years has been like awful, like with anxiety. And there are so many great things about foster care, and it brought us our children. Like, it's the best thing we ever did, but we are done. We will not be doing that anymore. So this channel may switch gears, even though it was never really able to be geared toward that anyway because of privacy standards. But along the way, I will share, you know, little details if I can, or if I feel like I want to, but that's not going to be my focus in life anymore. My focus is not foster care. I am past that season, and it stinks that I couldn't really do what I wanted to do and film much of it. And I know a lot of people on YouTube share a lot more with their foster kids and with their foster cases, and I just, the whole time, didn't feel right. I filmed multiple videos, like specified, like important videos I feel like need to be made, but then I would look at them and I would watch them over, and I just wouldn't feel right. I didn't feel right posting them, and just not knowing who would reach and if it would hurt anyone or if it would even mess up the case. I know that sounds crazy, but accidentally sharing something I shouldn't have shared that could mess something up in the long run, I didn't want to do that. It was not worth, YouTube was not worth me losing my children because I did something dumb or said something that I shouldn't have said on accident. So that's really why I hardly shared anything from foster care. And I still have friends and that are involved in foster care, and there are still definitely areas of my life that foster care still touch. My children will always be touched by foster care. We will always be touched by foster care, but we just won't be living in it daily, if that makes sense. But that, I guess, is all the updates I have. The big one was foster care and our health. That's basically where I've been. Just settling into a new normal. But I hope you enjoyed this video and it wasn't too scattered all over the place, and it kind of just gives you an update of where we are and where we've been. I will be posting some new videos soon. I'm going to start filming again. I'm going to start doing this. This is something I really want to do, but it will be shifting from foster care for the majority of it. So if that's why you're here, I am so sorry. I can do some questions. If you have like questions for me, just feel free to ask them down below, and I may answer them and I may not. But I would love to do some foster care related videos now that it is over. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all very soon. Next video is going to be a very, very special video that me and my husband actually made for Nico and Nevaeh. That is a special song that we recorded. So keep your eyes peeled for that because it is already done. So I just gotta get it up. And I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.